Well, let's go to the lines right now because inside Nikki's Yard, we like to check in with bands from around the world. And today, a little bit of this and that. Yeah, man, that's what they're called, the Dis N Dat Band. Yeah, man, all over the world they've toured. It was formed back in 1999 to be exact. Ba-boom, ba-boom. They have a lot of familiarity with other names you're familiar with, like Black Uhuru. Let's talk to them. Let's talk to them and get the real history. It's the Dis N Dat Band. Welcome to Nikki Z Live, the crossover. Let's see which member we have on the line with us today. Who do we have with us today? Oh, I see a couple.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sista D. I'm Sista D and Rangotan. Rango.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so take us back in time. Take us to the history, not so much of the Dis N Dat Band, but the individuals who came into the band, because most of your music career started prior to becoming Dis N Dat, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so give us the details on that as best as you can.
Right, you go first.
Well, I start out in Channel One back in Maxfield Avenue, you know.
Yeah.
So Channel One studio. From there to youth man promotion, Sugar Minot, you know.
Okay.
Blessed Jerry, you know,
What year are we talking?
well, we're talking like early 80s, like mid 80s, like
Alright.
85, 86, up to about 89 or so.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I joined Black Uhuru, do a couple of albums with them till like 96.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then I come here for a couple of years playing with different bands. That's how I met Sista D, you know.
Yeah.
And we formed the Dis N Dat Band, you know. It's like, is it even kind of a little before 99, but, you know, we really put it out officially in 99.
Okay, so like that before it was more of a vibe you were holding, and then you said, you know what, this vibe can be something more viable for all of us.
Yeah, because we used to work with other group and we used to bring in other artists and back them up, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Now, my lovely sister, how do you make a choice between focusing on making individualistic music for the band, Dis N Dat Band, versus the I shouldn't even say guaranteed paycheck of touring with an artist, because sometimes it is not guaranteed, but the assumed but the assumed guaranteed check of actually touring with an artist. I mean, how difficult is it to make that balance or that decision of which one to do?
Well, it's like you kind of have to do both in a way.
Oh.
So I do I'm a professional musician and do like solo acts, solo performances and other things just to try to sustain, you know, being a band, because you're not going to be able to tour all the time and, you know, all the time. But, you know, right now I'm playing like 5-6 times a week. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when we get a chance, we'll link up with an artist. And, you know, I'm also a producer, so I'm always in the studio producing music.
Always creating. It's like it's an art form. For a lot of us, it's an art form. The art form comes first, and usually the money comes second. And we pray that the money starts to outweigh, hopefully, somewhere along the way. You know, we're gonna drop one of your songs, Sista D and the Dis N Dat Band. This one is called Positivity. Let's check it out. That is the voice of Sista D and, of course, the Dis N Dat Band, who are here on the line with us inside the crossover on the Bridge 99. You know, I really want to know, why is it that by and large, it's always the bands that are not Jamaican that do the heavy merch? You don't see our bands as heavy with the merch, with putting forth the designs, with getting it out there. And it always perplexes me, because it's like literally you make money by making people wear your stuff. You know what I mean? Why is it that our bands don't have as much hands in the merch world as so many other reggae bands that are not Jamaican, not black, are doing.
You know what? Some of it could be economical. You know what I mean?
You can't use that anymore though, because right now you can. I'm just saying you can't. You have a website. You have a literal website. I think it's called Shopify or something like that. I don't know, but there's a website where all you got to do is know what logo you want. You don't even have to order it in advance. Like all it does is when people order your stuff, it sticks your logo on it and ships it right to them. So you don't even have to have the money up front. So I don't
really say. It makes no sense. Like for us, we always have CDs, T-shirts. We have our own website. You can buy it online. You can buy it at the gigs. You know, everything it's to your advantage to do that. So
yeah, because you make your fans your poster boards. People who don't know you now look at the T-shirt and go, who's that? If I don't know that band, and some people like me, when I don't know something, I'm going right to my phone to go look it up if it piqued my interest. You know what I mean? So
right, and then people post pictures with them
wearing the shirt, and it goes
in different countries or different cities. You know, and it really helps.
Absolutely. Now, for upcoming bands, young people listening right now, both of you have been doing the band circuit and still performing. What would you say to the young people who are interested in venturing out into the band world, but maybe they feel discouraged because maybe they don't think there's enough help like directly on the island? They can't, get a little minibus and tour like you could around California and the States of America. What would you say to those young upcoming band folks, band-minded?
Okay, so I would say they have a really great opportunity with having the internet, because back in the day when we was, when we had to carry the actual packages, and you don't know if you're gonna get the gig. A manila envelope with your picture and your bio and the cassette tape.
100 of them.
But now they have everything at their fingertips, but you have to use it the right way.
Yeah. All right, they froze. We're gonna get back to them, but let's drop one more song before we get their social media. It's the Dis N Dat Band. They are on the line right now with us on the Bridge 99, and here's another one of their tracks. We played Positivity with Sista D, Dis N Dat Band. So let's now play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, On the Roll. Yeah, let's do that one, On the Roll.
Try to hold up vibes,
That's right, catching a vibe with the Dis N Dat Band. Now, where are you located? Like, do I say you're from the Dis N Dat Band from Jamaica? I heard there's some Trinidad somewhere in there. Oh, that's you.
Really yeah, and he's from Jamaica.
Oh, I know that the food when you guys are on the road must be amazing. The nice blend of Jamaican mixed. Yeah, you see how it's shaking? Yo, that's a nice little proper blending right there. All right, so we got to get going soon. So give us the information where people can not only purchase your merch, we know your music is everywhere, so give them what album they should be looking for on their Spotify, on their iTunes, on their Audio Mac. Give us all we need to know in your social media.
Okay, so you follow us at Dis N Dat Band, DISNDATBAND, all one word. You can go to our website, www.disndatband.com, and you can purchase stuff there. We're on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, but for that, you have to go to Sista D and the Dis N Dat Band. That's SISTADEE. And the Dis N Dat Band. We just released an album about a month and a half ago called Purpose. That's available now. We also released a single for a South African artist, Zorro, called Standing Firm, and another South African artist called Ginger Cobra. We have things coming out with Curtius and more Zorro from Dis N Dat Production. So, stay tuned. We have a lot going on.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the crossover. And on that note, we're going to close out with this song from the Dis N Dat Band, which is the title track, I'm assuming, off of the album titled Purpose, because the song is called Purpose. So let's check this one out. And thank you for stopping by the crossover. Dis N Dat Band, Sista D and the Dis N Dat Band.